I told Ms. Lane that this might be a record night, but I think because of the process we're having to go through, we can't make this a fast night. So we can take it like we normally do. I called to order the September meeting of the Florence City Planning Commission. We have a quorum, and so consequently, I don't know if all of you have been told, but the first item on the agenda has been postponed to next month. Yeah, so the item that Ms. Elaine added last week, as she said at the last moment, is the only thing that we have that we will be discussing tonight. From that perspective, the first item is to approve the minutes from our August meeting. As I always say, all the commissioners have received their packets, had a chance to take a look at the minutes. If there's no changes or discussions, I call for a motion.
Move we approve.
I have a motion to approve. Do I have a second? I have a motion and a second to approve as submitted. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll ask you all to raise your hands. All those in favor, raise your hand.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'm good.
And you go aye, baby. That is unanimous.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, I was going to say that
You're not going to have anything in your packet for this
oh,
one.
I know it. I was just, looking at something. I was going to say that Ms. Hines would have corrected me on that. Just because we had unanimous yay, she still wants the vote nay. Is that right, Ms. Hines?
That's right.
That's the correct way to do Robert's rules, and she always keeps me on my toes. All right, so with that said, the item PC 2020-23, this is a review of a sketch plan that we had looked at previously that wants to make a slight change. So I'll ask for the staff report, and good evening.
Good evening. Thank you for being here. Yes, the first item on the agenda, they came in with a last minute change, and since it is a public hearing, then we have to take it back through public notice and all that. So that will be on next month's agenda.
Okay.
We'll go through that one. This one is the subdivision that you all approved. I think it was back in May. It's a little 9-parcel subdivision off of Chapel View Drive, backs up into Southbrook subdivision. You approved the zoning change from general commercial to NC4. And our maps haven't completely changed over, which is why we've got my slightly rudimentary change here. But it is NC4, it is residential. Here's the sketch plan that was approved, and it has a 40-foot right-of-way on that road. And when we went back and looked, we realized that it was supposed to be 50 feet. So we talked to the developer, and they agreed to leave it as a 40-foot right-of-way, but provide us with a 5-foot access easement on either side. And that was satisfactory for staff and for the engineering department. But because it was a change to an approved sketch plan, we needed to bring it back before y'all. And see that Mr. Junis, the engineer, is available if you have any questions for him.
Okay.
So that would conclude staff's report.
Thank you. Mr. Owens, you have any thoughts on that? And I also will ask the other commissioners as well. But
well, I did have a question about the absolute minimum required right of way typically would be what, 48 feet?
I believe it is 50, isn't it?
So if they had 2 11-foot lanes, it would still be 50?
That's correct, yes.
And I just, how do you document, is that documented with the deed? How does that easement go with the property?
It would be recorded on the final plat for the property, and it would need to be transferred with the deed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
all right, any commissioners with questions? We do have engineering on with us, and any questions? of staff? Okay, this does not require a public hearing, so we will take a vote on approving this, and I will call for a motion.
I move that we approve the request.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second to approve as requested. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, show of hands, except Ms. Gregg. Ms. Gregg?
Aye.
Good, thank you. It is unanimous. All those not in favor, raise your hand, and we have none. It is unanimous. If we had all have been here, this would have been a record night. And y'all barely had time to change your work clothes and sit back and cut your phones on. But with that said, we have nothing else on our agenda. Any old business, new business? Mr.
We'll
Duck?
make up for it next month.
I don't know if you heard that, but we're going to have a busy month next month. So, all right. I will call for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion and second.
Second.
I have a motion and second. No discussion and no vote. Y'all have a great evening.
You listen, everybody be safe.
All right.
Everyone later.
Okay, then, bye.